Navjot here, who's a real trader. By real trading, I mean he puts his money on the line every day. And at least he says he's had 49 out of 52 winning weeks, so that's as good as it gets. इससे better मेरे ख्याल से होता नहीं है. He's a swing trader, which means he takes positions for a couple of days, 1 दिन, 2 दिन, 3 दिन, which is the kind of trading most of us probably do. So he has his very simple methodology of how he sets up his trades and how he executes them and what is the background. With the small, limited time we always have, he will only be able to touch the brief outline, but that should be enough. So what I would suggest is that you keep your questions to the last as much as possible. If you have something imminent and urgent, you have to ask them. And if you want to make a comment, then comments सबके सब last में किए जा सकते हैं. You can club all the comments together. So let's learn.
Thank you all for coming, and it's a great pleasure to be here finally as a presenter, not sitting one amongst you. But anyway, so I've been trading for not a very long time. I've been only trading for 2 years, not even 2 years in fact. But my record is very, very consistent and it's very profitable. In trading, it's not just about how much money we make. It's about how much consistency we have. Whether we are able to make money every week or not. Whether we are able to make money every expiry or not. That is what impacts your long-term survival. It's not how much money you can make in bull markets or bear markets. It's about whether you can survive the sideways market and even make money in the sideways market. ज़्यादा नहीं बनेगा, कुछ बनेगा. You should be able to make some money, especially I hope after this presentation. So this is a broad layout of the presentation. We don't have much time to dwell on the introduction and everything. Yes, sir.
Can you quickly outline your growth as a trader for the last 2 years? How
Sir,
did you start and where did you stumble, if at all? Yeah,
of course. There are big stumbles, those stumbles are what forces us to learn, Well, like everyone, I guess I started off with just trading on fluke. ये खरीद लेते हैं, वो बेच देते हैं, ये टीवी पे बोल रहे हैं या whatever, someone says something or it's written in some paper somewhere or some news about it and I want to trade it, or it's already moved 12% in a day and I want to buy it, right? So it started off like that. Obviously the losses mounted up very, very quickly and then I had to stop trading completely because you just hit rock bottom basically. एक point आ जाता है when the pain is so much that you either that will be enough, but even now I've been using these sort of systems for more than 1.5 years. I still keep finding new things every week, in fact every day. So the learning as such should never stop, and I'm only a new trader, तो मेरे लिए तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं बनता है learning सीखने का. Then obviously you move on to indicator based trading, I guess, like everyone else. वो भी काम नहीं करता है. Then we move on to chart patterns, वो भी काम नहीं करते हैं. फिर हम trading systems पे पहुंच जाते हैं. The pain does come down, but eventually वो भी काम नहीं करते हैं. So, realize कि जितना भी हमें किताबों में दिया हुआ है, जितना भी लोग बता रहे हैं, वो कहीं ना कहीं पर वो सारा कुछ ही गलत है. Because वो हमारी personality से तो मैच कर नहीं रहा है. Even if वो काम करता है, हम उसका फायदा तो उठा नहीं पाएंगे. तो हमें कुछ अपना ही डेवलप करना पड़ता है. We have to create our own path in this market, in any market. Rather, I would say in any field. To be successful, we have to create our own path. हमें अपना मेथड अपने तरीके से खुद ही करना पड़ेगा और कोई तरीका नहीं है उसका. So finally, I was able to develop a methodology that suits me and which is unbelievably accurate. So then the fortunes start changing, and once the money starts coming in, then your psychology also changes. Your outlook towards markets also changes. The learning curve, really picks up. And that's where I am right now. Hopefully I can, continue for some time. I guess all traders have to go through some kind of a grind. ठीक है, वो हमारे लिए learning curve होना चाहिए. उसको जितना छोटा रखें और जितना cheap रखें उतना अच्छा है. Because if we lose a lot of money during that phase, then we will not have enough capital to come back. We lose 10% or let's say we lose 50% of our capital, we have to make a 100% return just to break even. तो उसको जितना छोटा रख लें उतना हमारे लिए अच्छा है. My rock bottom was only $25,000. I lost $25,000 and I stopped trading. मेरे से handle ही नहीं हुआ वो. अब वो कई बार हो जाता है, but obviously now the capital has also gone up and everything. Anyway, so shall I continue, sir? Okay. Sorry. So, well, just a introductory slide. What is the market? All of us are traders, but most of us are not able to answer this question कि market है क्या और market होता क्या है, वहाँ हो क्या रहा है. तो market is nothing. Market is a large crowd. This crowd, consists of very, very smart people. Very, very smart people. The most intelligent people in the world go into this profession. Okay. Even if you believe that futures trading and stock trading is a zero-sum game, just the fact that all of you are traders, you believe that you are better than average. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Right. So all of us believe that we are better than average, right? So we are competing with all people who think that they are better than average, right? So the average itself has shifted. ऊपर से आप cost वॉस्ट लगा दो तो we don't need to be one of the average traders. We need to be much, much above the crowd to even make a little bit of money. Okay, this is the truth of the market. Anyway, but important thing is that all the principles of crowd psychology apply to the market. All of them. जितने भी have been talked about in 1600 से लेकर आज तक, all of them apply. The crowd goes through emotions. These emotions are panic, fear, greed, euphoria, and the market keeps swinging in these two emotions. The purpose of swing trading is to trade these emotional swings. Basically. तभी उसको swing trading कहते हैं. Then the market auction process, ये समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Market में all of us are free to do whatever we want. We can buy and sell whatever we want. No one forces us to do anything. People can recommend us, people can say things to us, but no one forces us to do anything. When we are in a trade, if that trade starts losing money, we want to ask other people कि क्या करें हम. वो हमें बता भी देंगे तो उससे कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, right? क्योंकि वो ट्रेड हमारा ही है, जो भी लॉस प्रॉफिट है वो हमें ही मिलने वाला है. Okay? Now, once we are in the trade, we become a part of this crowd. हम इस crowd का हिस्सा बन जाते हैं, हम उस crowd की तरह ही सोचते हैं. We cannot think outside it. Otherwise we are independent thinkers. All of us, we believe that we are different from everyone else, and we believe that, we are able to do things that others are not. But it's not really true once you become the part of the crowd. जब वो VIX बनते हैं ना बड़े-बड़े, सबके emotions same होते हैं. When Doji is formed, all of us have same emotions. Doesn't matter you're managing 1,000 crores or 1,000 rupees. It really doesn't matter. The emotions are the same for everyone. Right? Now, within this process, what happens when a trade is executed? A buyer and seller meet at some price and they execute a trade. Well, they execute through the exchange, but in a sense they execute with each other. Especially अगर हम futures trading की बात करें, because जितने longs हैं उतने ही shorts हैं market में, right? So both the buyer and seller are agreeing with the price. The buyer is ready to buy at that price and the seller is ready to sell at that price. That means on the face of it, one of those is calling the other an idiot. Right? You are wrong. Right? That's the whole idea. Where do they disagree? They disagree on their perception of value. One of them believes that the market should be here, the other believes that the market should be there. Right? The buyer thinks that the market should go up because that is the real value. असली वैल्यू कुछ भी नहीं है, ये सारे परसेप्शंस हैं. Okay, the real valuation does not exist. You call 100 fundamental traders, you ask them for valuations, they'll give you 100 different answers. Okay, and they will range from 1 rupee to 1,000 rupees also. Believe me. Right? This is the market process. We are allowed to do whatever we want. We are free to do whatever we want. But फिर भी we become a part of the crowd, and that forces us to make mistakes, do the wrong thing at the wrong time. Okay. Another question that most traders cannot answer, what is price? So price is the point where the buyer and seller are meeting, right? That means the demand and supply for that moment has intersected at that particular point. उस टाइम के लिए वो प्राइस है, उस टाइम के लिए वो डिमांड और सप्लाई का ट्रू रिप्रेजेंटेशन है, राइट? इज दिस क्लियर?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what will move the price now? The buying and selling forces. Let's say if I am a buyer and want to buy, I have not bought yet, as in I want to buy, and I look at the market, it starts to inch higher, right? Obviously, as a buyer, I would want कि मुझे सस्ते से सस्ता मिल जाए, right? But I don't want to miss out on the rally that I think is going to happen according to my analysis. वो असली में होगा या नहीं होगा वो बात की बात है. But I don't want to miss out on the rally either. So I want to buy as cheap as possible, but I don't want to miss out on the rally. Similarly, for a seller, he thinks that the market will go down, so he wants to sell as high as possible, but he doesn't want to miss out on what he perceives to be a future decline, right? तो वो एक तरफ ग्रीड में फंसा हुआ है और एक तरफ फियर में फंसा हुआ है, और ये हम सबके साथ हो रहा है, राइट? अगर बहुत सारे बायर्स को ये लगने लग जाएगा कि दे विल मिस आउट ऑन द रैली, व्हाट विल दे डू? दे विल ट्राई टू रेज देयर बिड्स, राइट? सेलर्स विल सी दिस कि द बायर्स आर रेजिंग देयर बिड्स, मुझे तो बेचना ही है, तो मैं 10 रुपए ऊपर क्यों नहीं बेच लेता हूँ, राइट? प्राइस को क्या हो रहा है? प्राइस ऊपर जा रहा है, बायर्स भी ऊपर बिड कर रहे हैं, सेलर्स भी ऊपर ऑफर कर रहे हैं, प्राइस हैज ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड टू मूव अप. व्हेन विल इट स्टॉप मूविंग हायर? When the greed of the buyers is no longer able to meet the fear of the sellers. Sorry, the fear of the buyers to miss out on the rally is no longer being met by the greed of the sellers to collect as much as possible. Right? These forces move the market. Right? जब एक ट्रेंड आ जाता है, then one of these forces is able to overpower the other. It is able to take multiple loops of buying or selling, right? Right?
Yeah.
So in an uptrend, a strong uptrend, the fear of the buyer overcomes the greed of the seller. So prices keep.
Or the opposite way also. If let's say that I'm short in an uptrend, then basically it becomes my fear of losing money which becomes a buying force. The emotion is not important. The more important is कि pressure कहाँ से आ रहा है और ज़्यादा force किस side से आ रहा है, right? One of them will be a motive force and one of them will be a resistive force. It's very simple. The motive force will overcome the resistive force. That's the idea, right? Once a motive force is established, we only want to trade with the motive force. It's very simple. When we are in a range, there is no clear distinction, right? So we want to wait till the time there is a clear distinction. Anyway, that's just the basic idea. Buying and selling forces तो ठीक है, but all of us traders, what we really do is we provide our own money into the market. At least I guess most of us do. We give our own money into the market. We trade on our own personal capital. तो हम वहाँ पे एक तरीके से liquidity provide कर रहे हैं, right? Buying side पे या selling side पे, bids इतने, offers इतने, right? मान लीजिए just for understanding, there are 1 lakh bids and 90,000 offers, right? And those 90,000 offers think that, let's say, जहाँ bids हैं वहाँ से 5 रुपए ऊपर बेचना advantageous है, बेचना चाहिए. And 100,000 buyers believe that उस range में buying बनती है, हमें buy करना चाहिए, right? This battle of liquidity will continue, and जब तक किसी एक side पे liquidity dry up नहीं हो जाती ना, जब तक market breakout नहीं कर सकता है. Okay? I'll try to explain again. Till the time there are sellers in that range, or there is enough liquidity to come in on the upside, which is trying to resist the market from going up. It's trying to press it down, right? And similarly, there's buying force coming. There is buying liquidity coming, right? जब तक ये दोनों liquidities में से एक ड्राई अप नहीं हो जाएगी, मार्केट ब्रेकआउट नहीं कर सकता है। वेरी